Hello, hello. I'm just going to do a little video on how to play macro Tetris. This is step 5 in your food planning. So by now you've already gone through, you've thought about your macros, you've broken down your day and decided about how much protein you want to have with each meal. And you have entered what you think you're going to eat into MyFitnessPal for the day. And now you're just going to go through and you're going to fine tune it. So if you look at my screen up at the top, you can see that I have some calories remaining. So I'm going to address that. And I'm going to turn my phone sideways now. So now I'm using the free version. So I can't see the macros unless I turn my phone sideways. So I've entered all my meals as I'd like to eat them. And I'm going to scroll to the very bottom here and you can see the numbers in green is what's remaining. So you can see I am a little bit over in fat. I've got a lot of carbs to eat left, and I have got some protein to make up for. So I don't want to rethink my plan because why make it harder? So I'm just going to go back to every meal, and first I'm going to work on protein. I'm going to see if I can if I can just increase some things to get my protein up. I also am noticing I'm over in fat. So I'm going to keep in mind, like for my snacks, I plan to have some cheese and crackers, but the cheese is really high in fat, although it's got protein. So I don't want to increase that. I can logically think about that, but I'm going to go through and, okay, so my lunch, I'm having a tortilla wrap, a chicken wrap, and it's got 3 ounces of chicken planned. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to put in 4 ounces of chicken. I'm going to increase that by 1 ounce, which isn't a whole lot volume. So now I've done that. I've thought, oh, okay, I could have a bit more, and I'm going to go and I'm going to see where I am. Okay, so I have just 5 grams left to increase. So that's not too much, hey? So now I will go and check out my breakfast. What if I increase my egg whites to 165? Is that going to do it? So I'll scooch back down, have a look, 3 grams. I'm happy with that. Maybe I could increase it a little bit more, but just for the sake of time, I'm not going to. So let's address that fat. That's over. So I can go through. The fat is where you see the -12, and I can look and see like what. So that cheese is really throwing me off. The butter. Oh, I put a tablespoon of butter. I'm not going to have a tablespoon of butter with my broccoli, so I'm going to just go fix that. So for dinner, I'm having salmon, rice, broccoli, and I always put a little bit of butter. So let's see. I'm going to go, see it says tablespoon there. I've clicked on that and I can change the serving size to a teaspoon, which I'd like to do. Okay, so now it's a teaspoon. I'm going to click the arrow, and I'm going to go back in. And now it's only 4. Okay, so that's much better. I'm actually happy with 4 over. You might not be. Maybe I will, let's see, what else could I reduce? So I'm just looking for things I could reduce. I could reduce my cheese a little bit here. So I'll put in if I have 1.5 ounces of cheese. Let's see how that goes. That's better, right? But now I've taken out a bit more protein. So every time you come do an adjustment, you're going to see that everything else shifts a little bit. So now I have 7 grams, so maybe I'd increase my egg whites a bit more, or maybe at dinner I would have a little bit more salmon. And same for carbs. So I have quite a lot of carbs left, so I could go in and I can fix my rice. So 60 servings is actually, I made a recipe. So each serving is 1 gram. So I'm going to go up to, say, 100 grams of rice. And I'll have a look. Anyways, I didn't get it there, but I can keep going through and I can add things. And I'm going to I'll just play around with it until it's pretty close to where I want it to be. And then I will go forth and I will try to eat that way for the day. And that is a really easy way to make sure you're hitting your carbs without having to replan, add more meals, try different things. You just plan out what you're going to eat And then you just start adjusting those numbers in there. So you just add a little more protein to something you're already having. You decrease a little fat from something you've already planned. And that's it. Okay. Ciao, ciao.